Hello, welcome to Kevlar's Quest, the Modern Life podcast. I'm Kevin Ejezi. Today's quest is the male trade-off, winning over competence. The male trade-off, winning over competence. Now, this quest I want to talk about today is something that so many people do not even notice it, but it's actually going on. For those of you who are actually socially sensitive, you will understand what I'm trying to talk about. These days, women are doing really well. They live longer than men. They often get better grades in school. And when they don't have kids, they tend to earn more than men, especially in big cities. That is actually great news. But it's worth thinking about how this progress has happened. It didn't come out of nowhere. It's been shaped by a culture that uses certain strategies to push for women's success. Now, it's hard to say how much of that success is due to those strategies and how much is just personal effort by these women. That uncertainty makes some people question whether the wins are fully earned. Is it about playing the game well or playing the system around the game? Probably both. But how much of each? That is still unclear. To explore this, here is a simple story I learned from a mentor. It's about a hide and seek game. Now, every year, a mother would organize one for two of her kids during Christmas, a boy and his younger sister. And every year, the boy would win easily. He was older, faster, and knew all the best hiding spots. She wasn't even close. But the younger sister always thought she should win. And when she didn't, she would cry and get upset. That made things tense at home. So one year, the mother pulled her son aside and asked him to let his sister win. He was shocked. To him, the hide and seek game was a fair competition. Whoever was never found during the hide and seek game won. Otherwise, what was even the point of the game if he could not win? Because he felt that he was quite competent. The mother didn't give up. She tried different approaches. First, she asked for sympathy from the boy. His sister never wins, and it would make her happy. Then she tried guilt. Wasn't he too old for this type of game anyway? Shouldn't he care about her feelings? Finally, the mother got frustrated and said maybe they shouldn't play the game anymore. The boy didn't give in. Even with the pressure from his mom, he always won. But that was the last year they played the game. From then on, the kids only played with their toys. Now, looking back, the boy understood why his mother wanted his sister to win, but he also felt let down. It seemed like fairness didn't matter as much as keeping the peace. The game wasn't really about merit. It was about managing emotions. This story reflects something bigger. In many areas of life, success is limited. There are only so many top jobs, spots in schools, or positions in companies. For one person to rise, someone else might have to step aside. That's just how things work sometimes. So, when more women become CEOs, doctors, or engineers, it often means fewer men in those roles. That's not a complaint, it's just math. And the push for more women in these spaces often comes with emotional appeals like the ones used in my story. There's sympathy. Women have been held back for so long. Isn't it time they got ahead? There's guilt. A good man should support women and not feel threatened. And there's anger. If men succeed, the system must be unfair. These tactics, sympathy, guilt, and outrage are powerful. They shape how people respond, especially men. Men don't even realize it's happening. They grow up hearing these messages again and again, and eventually they stop pushing back. That opens the door for others to move forward. This isn't to say women can't succeed on their own. Many do, and they are great at what they do. But this is actually an exception. Not many women fit in properly in male-dominated spaces, not because they don't have the power, it's just that it's only fewer number of women that fit into this role. Most of them do not want to even go to male dominated jobs. But when emotional pressure is part of the equation, it can make their wins feel less clear cut. It adds a question mark. Did they win because they were the best or because others stepped aside? And here's something to think about. If the roles were reversed and the sister always won, and that's my story that I told you about, would the mother have asked her to let her brother win? Probably not. People don't usually challenge the fairness of situations where women have the upper hand, and guys are often expected to tough it out and let it slide without being controversial. Let's take, for example, the issue of grape. The issue of grape. When a lady grapes a man or a boy, people don't really take it serious because they feel that why didn't they start asking questions like why didn't the man fight for himself? So this grape is left unchecked. I use the word grape because I don't want to use the other word. Because if I use the other word, YouTube may censor me. So most of the times, we feel that men should relegate certain things just because a lady is a woman and everything becomes emotional instead of being logical. In the end, maybe the mother in my story didn't really want her daughter to win. She just didn't want to deal with the fallout when she lost. Think about it. Okay, that's our quest for today. Please subscribe, like, and share. Someone out there needs to hear this message. Maybe someone like you. Let's spread strength and clarity to those navigating this journey. We'll talk more in future episodes. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and take care.